What's going on, guys? This is Damian from The Lookout, and I am here with the ultimate guide for Green Cell. Yes, your guide for Green Cell in Fusion World. If you're here for Fusion World, you're gonna be eating good the next 2 weeks, because we're gonna have a ton of Fusion World content coming out. And let's start our guide series with the highly expected Green Cell. But before we begin this video, two very important news. First off, we're going to be hosting a free webcam locals event, proxy legal, opened to all regions this Saturday on the 4th of May, with the goal of helping you prepare for the upcoming regional event, for the upcoming PPG event. So, yeah, it's proxy legal, so you can immediately test out the new cards and get ready for the big competition. And of course, we give away codes in every single Fusion World video, which is gonna be a lot of videos now. We give away 2 codes to 1 lucky winner. All you got to do is be a subscriber, leave a comment and like the video, and then at the end of the next Fusion World video I will be showing you the lucky winner. So yeah, and of course a huge shout out to the Coffee Club, our lovely patrons. These are our $2 and up patrons. They buy us coffee, they keep this crazy content grind going. And guys, thanks out for your support. If you wish to join the Coffee Club, link to a patron is in the description below. And I think that's about everything. Roll the video! As with all of our videos, let's start with a breakdown. So this is your ultimate guide to Green Cell in Fusion World. I'm gonna give you a very big archetype breakdown this time around. There's a lot to talk about here. I'm gonna show you some lines of play, various interactions, I'm gonna show you my deck list, and that's basically gonna be it. So without any further ado, let's go! Let's start with the leader. So the big scary green bugman has finally arrived, and the front side is super standard. It's just draw an attack and you awaken on 4 lives or less, you draw a card and then you flip him over. Let's check out the awakened side. The awakened side is really crazy. Like, he's a really good ramp leader. When attacking, you draw 1, 20k, that's all standard, but he has this cool activate main. Once per turn, if you have 5 energy, add up to 1 card with a cost 3 or more from your drop into your energy in active mode, not in rest mode. So an important thing to know, you can only use this ability when you have exactly 5 energy. No more, no less. It has to be exactly 5, and then you get to ramp to 6 for free. So Cell opens up possibilities for this weird ramp plus energy sacrifice good stuff deck, which is pretty cool. Let's check out its archetype. In this part of the video I'm gonna be going over Cell's archetype, and unfortunately it's shit. Like, yeah, it's really shit. So all of these cards are trash. All of them are bad. So this weird absorb thing is not working out. Like, all of them give you very little value, and you have to jump through multiple hoops for basically nothing. Here's what I'm talking about. Let's illustrate what's wrong here. So you have this extra card and this promo cell. Both of them require that you get rid of something in order to charge an energy. Like Cell drinks a guy. So if you have, I don't know, 2 Earthlings, you can actually play this card and ramp 2 and stuff like that. However, the idea is they work with a setup. They don't work if you don't have a setup. And now compare this to Destructive Strength, which costs exactly the same, it requires no setup at all, it's super generic, and it does the same thing. So yeah, why would you ever run any of these Cell cards over Destructive Strength, where you just play free, pay free, and ramp? That's it. Especially the extra card, which requires that you run Earthlings, and a lot of them are just shit. So yeah. So unless you get a really good setup, there is next to no extra value or any value at all in running any of these 2 cards instead of Destructive Strength. So do yourself a favor and just run the good old tested Destructive Strength. Then you have this other Awakening to Perfect Form card, and I mean, like, if this is how Cell awakens to perfection, he should have stayed asleep, because this card is trash. So it's basically base 7, place 1 cell with a cost of 3 from your energy or battle area into your drop, and then you play the 8 cost from your hand. This is awful. This card is legitimately bad. Here is the math, right? So assuming that Cell is in your energy, which is more likely, let's be honest with ourselves, it's more likely that he's in energy than that he survived and he's on the field. And the free cost ones are awful, so you're not gonna be actually playing them anyway. So you pay 7, okay, you kill one of your energies, because you need to kill the Cell to play the 8 drop. You go down to 6. You play the 8 drop, which kills 3 of your energy, you go down to 3. So you paid 7 and lost 4 energy to play the boss monster 1 turn earlier. Or, now listen, here's the deal. How about you just wait 1 more turn? How about you literally just wait 1 more turn and not lose 4 energy? Like, this card is just awful. Continuing on with the bad cards in the archetype, here is Pure Bait. I have concerningly seen people actually put this one in their lists, even as playsets. This card is complete bait. Like, this card is bad. It's really, really bad. You pay 4 for a field card. With Activate Menu, switch it to rest mode. If your leader is Cell, look at the top card of your deck and add it to your hand or add it to your energy in rest mode. So the upside is that you get to draw a card for free, which is great. So that's what you would actually be using this card for. The downside, if you use the other effect, is that you have just paid 4 for 1 energy rest mode ramp per turn. Why would you ever do that? So you pay 4 to... So you waste your entire turn to play a field card that ramps you in rest in a deck that already ramps enough. And paying 4 for a draw, but you don't do literally anything that turn, isn't worth it at all. So, like, no, this card is pure bait. Don't play it. Like, this card is absolutely bad. Now, not everything in the archetype is bad. To be fair, there are actually 3 cards that are good. The boss monster is phenomenal. Cell Jr. is mind-blowingly good, and Earth-Destroying Blow is amazing. Like, these 3 are good. The other cards are awful, but these 3 are very, very good. You can honestly just run these 3 and everything else is generic, which is, spoiler alert, what we're going to be doing when we build the Cell deck. Let's talk about the boss monsters. So, 8 cost 45k, 0 combo of course. On play, place 3 cards from your energy into your drop. You have to place 3. You can't put less. You place 3. And then choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards and KO them, so he KOs 2. And add the top card of your deck to your life. He KOs 2 and he heals you. However, he also works amazingly well with your leader. So basically what you do here is you play him, you kill 3 of your energy, you go to 5, you ramp 1 life, you KO 2 things. And then you use your leader's Activate Main ability, because you're on exactly 5, you ramp 1 energy and you go to 6. So as you can see, this one was designed to work perfectly with your leader to ensure that you get a whole lot of value. The value train continues with one of my favorite cards in the deck, Cell Jr. Cell Jr. is insane. So this little guy provides a ton of value, as it's a free play which gets you back an extra card. So permanent, if you have a Cell battle card with a cost of 8 or more in your battle area, you can play this card from your hand without paying its cost. So it's a free 15k with 10k combo power. Okay, so it's free 10k combo. On play, add up to 1 extra from your drop to your hand. So you just return something. And these are some of the very, very good targets. However, there's a very, very cool line which can just end games. Here it is. So we start the turn, right? Charge 1. Let's say that you run 8. You pay 8, you play the boss monster. You kill 3 energy, you kill 2 cards, you ramp a life, whatever. You go to 5. Then you get to play Cell Jr. for free because you have the 8 cost out, right? His own play triggers, you pick a Gigantic Meteor. Then you use your leader's activate main to charge 1 energy. You go to 6. You attack with the Cell, you combo the little guy away, and of course you pay 1 to play the Gigantic Meteor, which you just got back with the little guy, to give yourself a plus 25k. So you're attacking for 70k. If you have comboed the little Cell away, you're attacking for 80k before you even used a single card from your hand in combo. 80k you have, so you attack for 80,000, you've ramped a life, you killed 2 things. And you've ramped an energy. Amazing. In this part of the video I'm gonna be talking about ramping. So we're a green deck, which means that we are ramping. Because there are literally no good ramp archetype cards, we're running the generic ones. So the ramp plan is basically like in every other green deck. We play Destructive Strength on 3, and then we play a 5 drop the next turn. So there is one big thing that I wish to talk about, and that's this. How fast do you actually ramp? Now this deck ramps like fucking insane. So you pay 3, this is the ramp breakdown. So you turn 3, you pay 3 energy, you play Destructive Strength, you go to 4. Turn 4, provided that you have awakened, of course, you ramp your 5th energy. You use your leader's activate main to ramp your 6th energy. Then you pay 5 for either Fat Cell or Reddits to ramp to 7. And then turn 5, you're already on 8. So turn 4, you're at 7 energy. Turn 5, you're at 8. So that means that you can slam down the Cell, you can slam down the Broly. All that you need to be is awakened. And that's it. So yeah, this is around like turn 5, this is like where you usually stop ramping and you use just your 1 charge per turn until you go back to 5 when you play the 8 drop, but in the same turn that you play the 8 drop you immediately go to 6. Like, it's insane. If you have the Fed Goku, yeah, you're still at 6, but it is a lot. It's definitely a lot. There is one important thing though that we need to talk about in regards to ramp. This is a rule interaction that you should know. So when Cell uses his ability to kill 3 energy, if you have the Fat Cell out, the Goku card, totally not Cell, it's going to trigger only once. It's not gonna give you back 3 energy, it's gonna give you back only 1. So when you play digitally, it's fine, because the client is going to play this interaction automatically. But if you play physically, like at the upcoming PPG Fusion World Regionals, you might run into some issues with this interaction if you don't know the rule in advance. And you should be aware of this rule because that's going to help you plan future plays. So basically, once again, if this card is in play and you play the boss monster to kill 3 energy, you will only get 1 single energy back. Here is the deck list. I've built it in Deck Planet. We will be jumping to Deck Planet immediately. So yeah, here's just a screenshot and let's go. As always guys, I am here with Deck Planet, the best deck builder in the world objectively for Fusion World. So we have both Masters and Fusion World here, we have One Piece and Star Wars Unlimited. Everything on Deck Planet, literally zero reason to use any other deck builder. So let's go into the deck. As you can see, I am running the generic Cell. I think this is the better way to go. So 4 copies of Gohan as always, 4 copies of Goku, simply because I am going with 3 copies of the Double Striker. This is the main reason why I'm going with 4 copies of Goku. I have seen the Bulma, I think Bulma is okay. But I think Bulma is better if you want to go with the androids, SR, but here I just want to secure that I get my Gohan's Double Strike going. 3 copies of Android 18, 4 copies of Cell Jr. because we need Cell Jr. to get back our extra cards. Vegeta Standard for ramping. Your 5 costs are the Fat Cell, which is amazing in this deck. Turles, because it's Turles. 2 copies of this Gohan just to kill the 4 drops. And then of course the Double Striker, so we're packing a lot of combo power here. Everything except the high end has combo power in it. And then we go to the high end, we're playing 2 copies of the SCR. Because we're not running droids, I think that 2 copies of the SCR is the way to go. Because we are not running androids which allow us to board wipe. However, we're running 3 copies of Cell. You might even want to bump this up to 4 because he is similar to androids and technically he comes out on the same turn. So you still choose 2 cards and you just KO them. So yeah, we're running 3 copies of Cell, might bump it up to 4. This is still a blueprint build. 2 copies of Broly. You might also take 1 Broly away and let's say increase the Cell. I think the 2 copies of Broly is fine. And then we have our extra cards. We're only running 4 copies of Destructive Strength to ensure that we can ramp, and 4 copies of Gigantic Meteor so that we can get it back with Cell Jr. and then use it immediately after using our leader's Activate Main to ramp back to 6 and then just swing for like 80k with the boss monster. So yeah, I don't think any other extra cards from the archetype, I don't think that anything from the archetype is worth running, that this is the way that Cell should look like. Just a basic green ramp build with some extra shenanigans early game and in the high end. So yeah, there's the deck list. Before we end the video, let's quickly jump into the summary. So Cell looks like an amazing ramp deck. Amazing ramp deck. The free ramp from the leader is great. The card being ramped in active mode is amazing. The boss monster payoff is huge. I'm not sold that it's better than Broly, but it's definitely better than Broly in this deck. Like the payoff in this deck is really huge. I think generically I would still play Broly any day of the week over Cell, but in this specific deck the payoff is amazing. The archetype is sadly trash, so you'll just have to run green good stuff instead because the archetype is really bad. Overall the deck looks pretty cool. It's a bit different from other green decks, which is welcomed if minor change, and I'm super excited to give it a go. That's it for the video. Let me know in the comments below, are you hyped to play Cell? Are you gonna be playing this deck when Set 2 comes out? What do you think of the archetype? Do you agree that the majority of it is just bad? Are you just gonna be playing it as a good stuff? Or are you gonna try to make the archetype work? Let me know in the comments. I read all of your comments. I try to respond to everything. I love our little community. Remember, we're gonna be having free proxy legal Set 2 legal webcam locals this Saturday. So go check out the Discord, link is in the description below. And of course, huge congratulations to the winner of the last video's giveaway. Congrats, reach out to me either on Facebook, on The Lookout, or through Discord. My tag is in the description below. And everyone else, you have another chance to win 2 digital pack codes. And the next Fusion World video will be out on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, we will be announcing the next giveaway winner. Anyways guys, before you leave, share the video, it helps out other players. Hit those like and subscribe buttons, help us get to 6k subs when I'm gonna give away a booster box of codes. This has been Damien from The Lookout, and I'll see all of you in the next video.